It definitely is a messy treat, though. Especially if the dog doesn't really have a good handle on the game, and they just leave it to defrost and melt. Um, then you tend to have dog food slime all over the place. So that's actually behind the instruction for him not to bring it on the bed, on the futon. Sorry, it's his bed, so I call it a bed. It's where he likes to lie down when we're here, so might as well be a bed. Sorry, doing my best, guys. I'm sort of wishing I had a Pupsicle. If only I liked dog food. It is hot in here. Good boy, it's okay. Don't worry. Anytime he hears something touch the ground, he assumes he's gonna go and run and get it and get a treat, so. When I throw something on the ground, like my hat just now, intentionally, he looks at me like, am I gonna get a treat? Should I get it? Just give me a sec, guys. Good boy, it's okay, stay. Sorry, guys. Just, it's hot in here, so I'm gonna sit on the floor while we do this. It's, too hot. I knew if I tried to hold on to the camera at the same time I was trying to get down to the ground level, I just wouldn't have made it, and I would have dropped the phone anyways, so might as well just put it down for a second. Very good. Sorry. I had a piece of dog hair on the lens there for a minute. Frankly, I don't know how long it was on the lens there, so I apologize if it was there for a while and I didn't notice. There's nothing better than when you're hot, just sitting on cold stone ground. Except maybe lying down on it if it's that hot, but Is that good? Sorry guys. Is that good? He's working hard on getting all the goodness out. It's pretty hypnotic. Sorry earlier about the camera jump. I accidentally hit the wrong button. So it's just nice to have the dog occupied, happy, engaged. Not causing problems, just doing what he's happiest at. That sound you hear is him getting his tongue inside the toy. He knows the best way to defrost it and to get the joy of cold is to basically shove his tongue into the small opening and lick the food, in the softened food, and consume it and suck the cold out of the frozen food that remains. The intelligence that goes into that is just amazing. Now, just so you know, for the record, I do think, and I do personally, clean them out after every Pupsicle. That's actually my cue to give them a good scrubbing. So usually at least once a day they get scrubbed out. Also, when you're moistening the food, well, theoretically, yes, if you use hot water or you heat the mixture, it will, yes, soften quicker, but you'll also damage a lot of the nutrients in the food. So I would be extremely cautious with that. Also, the risk of potentially infectious microbes getting a foothold is much higher. So I prefer, what I do is I just put the relative amount of kibble. For example, this toy I think fits about a quarter cup. Actually, no, this toy fits about an little less than I'd say a little less than a quarter cup of food. Not a full quarter cup. It's more than an eighth of a cup, but it's not quite a. Sorry, it's more than an eighth of a cup, and it's not quite a quarter of a cup. The Kong Genius Leo Small can fit about a cup. No, about half a cup. Sorry. This fits about half of what the Leo fits, so you would just take however much kibble you would normally need to fill that space, and then add about an equivalent amount of water to that, so that the kibble is covered in water, and then cover it and put it in the fridge, and then in like 6-7 hours it'll be fully absorbed, and the kibble will be all moist, and will also be like twice the size at least, sometimes a lot bigger. And then you can fit them into the toy. At that level of moisture, you'll end up with really soft kibble that doesn't maintain its consistency well. So if you're new to the game or you want to make it an easier game, put at least half the water volume that you would have otherwise put in, and just stir it periodically so that it's equally exposed to the water, or shake it, your choice. But don't put over half of the volume of water in if you want the kibble to maintain consistency. Sorry, it's just funny. Every time I see his tongue pop out the other side of the toy, there's something just very funny about that to me. I'm not sure why it's so funny, but it is extraordinarily cute. if a dog is willing to stick their tongue in a hole that size to go and stick the rest of their tongue out the other side of the toy out in the hole even smaller, shows they have to really be enjoying the toy. Imagine he's gotta have a sore tongue by the time he's done with this. But he doesn't seem to have a problem. So I let him enjoy his toy, but I imagine, like, God, if I was in his shoes, my tongue would be so sore. Is that good? Careful. Yeah, you don't want to lose it again. Yeah, during the moment where the the camera turned off, he had thrown the toy accidentally under the chair. That's why you saw him getting so paranoid when it started rolling or towards the chair. He didn't want to lose it again. Took a lot of work for him to get it out, so he didn't want to risk that happening again. Unfortunately, by the time I got the camera back up and running, he had already recovered it, so... He's trying to get any soft food out. Get to more of that good frozen goodness. Sorry guys, doing my best here. Gotta make sure you didn't miss anything.